Well, back down here again after being down in London, and I don't know if the quackers will be about because there's quite a few people about, but it's gone very low and there's a lot of weed drifting about there. There's an awful lot of on shore at that side, so I'll look down there first. Well, you can definitely walk across them stones today, and looks like there's been a lot of people down here, so I'll see if anything's been turned over while I've been away. Don't hold up much hope, but you never know. Well, I was going to say just a few bits of flame, but then I just spotted some blue out of the corner of my eye. Oh well, at least we've got one bit. Well, that's a good bit. Look at that. Oh, we'll see what that cleans up like. Well, made it across. Let's see if there's anything on this bit. Now, a bit of some storage pot or something. But nothing on there, so I'll go back across there and I'll have a walk down there, I think. Well, another bit of blue, and I was stood at the top of that pile of stones and all. Didn't spot it. Very faint, but it's there. Well, I thought I'd just have a walk on this bit, seeing it's all nice and dry. Well, nothing on there, but I don't know what's hiding under all this slime here. And there's some there, so I'll have a walk in that bit, because there's a lot more on shore over there. So I'll see if there is anything. Well, there's one bit there with a blue stripe on, but I'm going to leave that. Well, a few bits of plane on there, and look up there, there's some bits uncovered. I might have a look at them, but I know the ones on the right hand side do take some getting down to. And I've never found that much there anyhow. Well, I spotted one bit on the way back. Probably a bit of Asiatic, but can't really tell. Well, walking to river. A bit of blue there, a bit of ivy leaf, a bit spalled off. But we'll see what's at the edge of the water. Well, a bit of RP there. Well, a few bits of plane on there, and that were it really. And like I said, river's getting low with all this weed here. Well, there's some quackers over there. I don't know if they've spotted me or not. But there's all this lot to go at yet. Well, I thought I'd got something good there. It's only a bit of late RP. Oh well. Well, after spotting loads and hundreds of them on the Thames, I'm back to finding the odd one down here now. Well, I don't know if you can see them, but there's hundreds and hundreds of little fish there. Oh, someone's just thrown a stone in and they've all shot off. Well, there's not many ducks about today. Well, spotted that. Big chunk of a cooling pot or something. don't know if you can see all that lot. Lots of them there. Well, not much on there. A little bit of pipe stem, which is normal for down here, unlike down on the Thames. And I've got a quacker over there. I've got some feed here, but I don't know whether he wants to come over with everybody still down here. Hundreds of them. Well, there looks to be a couple coming across. I think they spotted the yellow bag. You come in here. Yeah. Here, misters. Misfeeding you lot. Where's the rest of them? You watching? Well, you do. Tell your friends that I'm back. You can come across here to be fed. Oh, I just bent down to turn that over without filming and it's just playing. But as I did, there's a little bit of blue there. So it might even be a bit of spongeware. Oh, I was just going, I spotted that bit, thought it had a bit of staining, but it's not, a bit of spongeware. Yeah, I took bottom at steps. I might just be able to save that a little bit. Well, we're only having a few finds at the other place. I thought I'll just nip up here. Because there's a big chunk of stone on shore there. Oh, a couple of herons there now. Oh, that's handy, just coming in. One there, and another one up there. Pity I haven't got my other camera with better zoom on. Well, go down there and see what there is, and a big pile of stones on the other side as well, so see what we find on the first side and then I might have a look there or come back another day. Well, we'll have a quick look down here, see if anything's been turned over or whatever. Well, there's quite a lot on shore today here, and one of the herons, where has he gone? He's right down there. And the one that were here, he's just flown off. But see if we can get a few bits. I've even brought my secret weapon, my long-handled trowel, safely bending down. Well, that's a good one. We can bend down for that. And there's always some willow. Well, that's a good start. Let's see if we can find anything better. There's something there. I can spot a bit of blue on. Very faint. Well, tiny bit of blue and white stripe there. So that's another bit I'm going to leave. Well, apart from them two little bits and some bits of plain and whatnot, that was it on there. Mind you, even being away, they haven't had much rain here, so it's not a chance to come up and wash things around. Well, I'll just turn one bit over and we can see a bit of blue on it. There is still bits here then. Well, river's low here, I'll walk through under the bridge instead of over it and just see if I can spot out. Well, lots of little fishes here as well. Well, I'll have a walk up there, but I don't expect to find out, or very little, but you've got to keep looking. And like I said, even while I've been away, we haven't had much rain, so it's not come up and giving it a good wash over, but you still got to keep looking. Well, I picked a bit up and they were a bit grubby on the other side, and I spotted a tiny little bit of colour, and I've just wiped the muck off. That looks like a bit of a spongeware shamrock or a four-leaf clover. Oh well, the only bit so far on here, still all that lot to go. Well, I think only two bits on there. So I'll wait for rain to come up, but that's not going to be for a bit, I don't think. Well, while I was over there and only finding the two bits, I spotted all this lot over at this side, so let's have a quick look here, see if there is anything. Well, a few bits of plain and that was it. I think the river's a bit too fast at this point when it floods. Washes everything downriver. But you've got to look. Well, one bit of old milk cooling bowl. That's about it, near enough. I don't know whether that's the remains of a steel beer barrel or just a steel barrel. Maybe even bottom of a milk kit or milk churn, as some people like to call them. And where did I spot it? Had a bit of tile down here. Bit of old fireplace tile. Well, not many finds today on them two little bits, well, three little bits actually. But it's a nice day to have a run round on this. Well, I thought I'd have a quick pop down to the river at night. Just while everybody's gone. There's still a few people about. But, and a bit of redware there. I'll just see if any ducks are about. There's a few dogs about though. Well, there's one duck over there. There were two back there I was feeding earlier, but there's only three I've seen. I think all the rest of them must have gone to bed. Well, like I said, I thought I'll just have a pop down just for a walk. If I find out, I find out. And I found, let me get out my bag. It's a bit of a handle, thick handle, but there's a bit of a leaf on it. And a few people asked me what I was doing, and I told them. And then one of them just went and found a bit of willow. And there's always some willow. There's a tiny bit here. And I didn't think they were out on it. A bit where the handle is, but a little bit of green leaf on there. Well, like I say, I didn't expect to find anything really as such, but got to come down after everybody's been down, and it'll be heaving down here this weekend, with it being fine and a bank holiday weekend, so I won't be coming here. Yeah, just turn that over, a bit of late RT. Oh, I just spotted another piece and flicked it without filming, thinking, oh, it's just going to be a bit white. There's some more green on it. Let's see what that cleans up like. Well, there's a lot more slime on shore that's got to dry up than what there were the other day when I were here. Yeah. Bit of blue and white stripe, but I'll leave that. Well, I just spotted a tiny little white, and I just scraped the algae off the top, and there's a bit of blue on it. So I'd say that was a bit of willow. And there's always some willow. And for a change, a bit of black and white. Well, you two are still here, are you? Well, I'll see you another day. Well, I've not been down on this bit before. It's always been underwater. So let's see what we can find. And I've just spotted a bit, but it might just be plain. base of a pot or something. Just playing for now. Well, let's see if there is anything on here. Well, if you can hear me over the weir, there's a bit of another base of a pot there. Oh, a bit of a handle there. I'll leave that. And there's me come down without my wellies today. I'd only come down to film this. And there's a few quackers over there. Don't know if they'll come over. Well, another bit of pot. But nothing with patterns on yet. Bit of nice patterned glass. But I'll leave that. And another chunk of marmalade pot or something. I mean, anything that's going over that weir when it's in flood is not going to survive. Well, just a few bits of playing on there, but I did find a bit of a crinoid. I'm going to see if I can get onto some of these bits here. I don't think there'll be much. I know there's some stones across there. I've been across there some years ago and only got a few bits. Just like I say, if it's come over that weir, it's hit all them rocks. Well, there's lots of crinoids in all the rocks around here. Everywhere. We're all built on limestone here. Well, again, nothing on this stretch, so I'll call it a day, but I might find something on the way back, you never know. Well, you know what they say about walking back along your path? That's one of them. Well, I don't think battery's left in that, but we'll get it out at river anyhow. Well, I've come down to another bridge, mainly because I knew there were a load of stones going to be on shore here. But I've had a look on half of them and I haven't found anything yet. But just as I were getting camera going, there's a bit with something green on there, even if it's just mould, as you see. Oh, it's got a bit of a pattern on. Well, at least we've got something for today, even if it's not much. Well, nothing on there, and we've come to the end of it, but I just spotted a little bit. Not ground, I thought that can't be. But that is a bit of clay pipe. Pity it's all smashed up, because that would have been a nice one with some designs on either side. Well, shame about that. Well, just a plain bit there. Well, hackstone. Let's see if we can see another world through it. No, just this one. Right, the fines from a few spots take up and down the river, taking over a few days. So probably a little bit of hand painted or a very worn transfer print. And very worn, this is definitely transfer print. Edge of a plate, I should think. And this handle, it's a pity the staining's not come out of it. It's well into it, but I might have a go at trying to. I've got some acid. I'm going to see if it'll leach the rust out. But I'll show that in another video another time. I just want to do, but like I say, that'd make a nice pendant in amount. I'll have to thin it down obviously a bit, but if I can clean that rust staining out, it'll make a nice one. And lots of little bits. I think that might be a bit of Asiatic. One of the roses. Or a bit of leaf that's all spoiled off there. Probably a bit of sponge wear, and that's sponge wear. I might be able to just save that bit to go in the corner of a mount. And a bit of pipe stem. Like I say, after seeing all the bits on the Thames, I'm back up to picking up little bits like that. And again, another bit on the river. We haven't had much rain, so it's not had a chance to shift everything about. A little bit of blue there. And some very, very faint on there. And some willow, and there's always some willow. And again, little sponge wear, either a shamrock or a 4-leaf clover, but again, I'll probably just save a little piece of it to go at corner of a mount. And other bits, again, a little bit of blue, might be willow, I don't know. Some green, but a chunk spoiled off there. And same with that. And a little bit of willow, there's always some willow, and that was a piece I was asked, you know, people saw me walking around looking at the floor, and they said, "What are you looking for?" And I told them, and 5 minutes later one of them come back to me and said, "I found this." So, and a nice big chunky bit of handle. Pity there's not more of that, because that would thin down nicely with that. And a few other bits on a bit that I hadn't actually been on before. Well, I spotted it. Yeah, the battery's gone out of that. Well, it's not squashed that up. I mean, it's blown all the battery and gubbins and everything out, but that's still pineapple. Yeah, shame about that. Could have got another battery out of the way. And the stove, well, egg stove, I can see a quacker through there. I can see a few quackers. Yeah, I just picked it up because, well, you do pick these ones up. And bit of a crinoid. Let's say we're all on limestone here. And two other bits I found on them stones. Very faint, washed off, probably a ball. I don't think it's a cup. If it was a cup, it's a very big one. But a little bit on there. And a bit of pipe ball. Now that would have been a nice decorative one. But there's only that little piece. Yeah. Pity that, and it's not been washed about that much because it's not worn that down. And because there's not many fines I can work with at the moment, I'm going to do something with a couple of other little bits that I found. That I found some years ago and put in a box and forgot about it, and I managed to find it. And I've actually got a bit of film of finding that. And this green willow pagoda. I haven't glued these in yet, but let's see how we ground them down for now. Oh, that's a nice piece. And there's this one I found some years ago, and then found it in a box of bits I'd put away somewhere. So I'm just going to tidy the edges up on that and just see how I can thin it down. Well, that's as much as I dare take it down. It's got still a slight curve on it, but I'll do that the sanding disc just to take it down as thin as I can and put it in a deep mount. But I've kept as much of the pattern as I could. A bit of staining up on the top, but can't be out on that. Might be able to take it down one more. Well, I'll sand that down thinner by hand afterwards. But that's looking well. And let's see if I can thin that one down. Well, that's nearly down. It might cover all right. Well, that didn't take too long. So it's goodbye from me and the ducks down the river today.